Hello everyone, today we are going to start with lecture 6. It's a writing lecture. Our writing lesson for this week is how to write an essay or how to transform from a paragraph to an essay. First of all, let's together remember what is a paragraph. As we said before, a paragraph is a group of sentences that discuss one main idea, and we talked about this before. We said that a paragraph is made up of three main parts, which are the topic sentence, the supporting details, and the concluding sentence. We said that the topic sentence is the main idea of the whole paragraph. The supporting sentences are ideas that develop and support the main idea, which is the topic sentence, and the concluding sentence is the last sentence of the paragraph, and it restates or says what the topic sentence said, but using different words. This is a sample paragraph, as you can see, about self-confidence. We are going to read it together. I started with the topic sentence, which is self-confidence is an important trait that helps us in several aspects of our lives. So this is the topic sentence, the importance of self-confidence. We are going to start with the supporting details. As you can see, we have three supporting details, which are written in the paragraph. They are to begin is the first is the beginning of the first topic sentence. In addition to that, shows the second topic sentence, and furthermore shows the third topic sentence. Let's start reading the supporting details. To begin with, people with self-confidence manage to deal with difficult situations and overcome challenges. They do not fear hardships because they believe in their powers. This is why such people tend to be very successful in life. They simply don't give up. In addition to that, this is the second supporting detail. People who believe in themselves don't mind what others say about them. They accept what they are and are proud of it. Furthermore, and here this is the third topic supporting detail, if they think that what they're doing is right, nothing and no one will stop them. In conclusion, this is the concluding sentence, and it's this last sentence in the paragraph. It restates what the topic sentence said in different words. Having self-confidence can help us be our best selves and thrive in society. As you can see here, we use transitional signals such as to begin with, furthermore, first of all, in conclusion, and so on. So we have to use these transitional signals in order to link our ideas together, or else our writing will be boring and not connected together. So this is what a paragraph is. We already explained this before, and we explained what is a paragraph before. Now, from paragraph to essay, how to write an essay, or what is an essay? If the paragraph is a group of sentences, then the essay is a group of paragraphs discussing one main idea also. So a paragraph is a group of sentences, while an essay is a group of well-organized paragraphs discussing one main idea. An essay is made up of three main parts. What are the three main parts of an essay? First of all, the introduction. In the essay, the first paragraph is called an introduction. This is the first paragraph of an essay. It's a good introduction when it includes three main parts. So the first part of an essay is the introduction, and the introduction is made up of three main parts, which are the hook, the background information, and the thesis statement. First of all, let's start with the hook. What is a hook? A hook is a sentence, is the first sentence of an essay that attracts the reader's attention. So the hook is the first part of the introduction. It's the first sentence in an introduction, and it usually attracts or grabs the reader's attention. What is a hook, or what are the kinds of hooks? A hook might be a quote, it might be an interesting fact, it might be a question, it might be a figure of speech, it might be statistical fact, it might be a powerful word or phrase, and so on. So a hook is the first sentence in the introduction. Usually the hook is written to grab the reader's attention. So this is the definition of the hook again. It's the first sentence of the introduction. In an essay, it should grab the reader's attention, and there are many different ways to write a hook. What are the different ways or kinds of hooks? First of all, I can write a hook as a metaphor or a simile or personification, any figure of speech. I can write a hook as anecdotal hook, it means a short story. I can write a hook as a question. So I write a question and start my introductory paragraph with a question. It might be an informative hook. It means writing a hook that gives a certain information about a certain topic. It might be an argumentative hook in which you invite readers to step into your arguments. It might be a statistic hook, and so on. So a hook is the first sentence in the introductory paragraph, and there are many kinds of hooks. We can use any kind we want, as we have to write a hook, we have to grab the reader's attention. After you write the hook, which is the first sentence in the essay, you start writing the background information. What do I mean by background information? Background information might be more than one sentence. They are sentences that provide general information about the topic that you are writing about. For example, if we are writing about the harmful effects of smoking on humans' health, we can start our hook with a question. We can start our hook with a statistical information. For example, 30% of the deaths around the world are because of smoking. After I write the hook, I move to something called background information. What do we mean by background information? We mean general information about the topic. So if my topic is about smoking, it means I have to write general information about smoking. So the first sentence of the introduction is the hook. The second part of the introduction is the background information. Now we move to the third part, which is the most important part about and the introduction, which is called the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the last sentence of the introduction, and it holds the main idea of the essay. So we said that the essay in general is made up of many paragraphs. The first paragraph in an essay is called the introduction. The introduction is made up of three parts: the hook, the background information, and the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the main idea of the whole essay, or in other words, it tells the reader what is the essay about. So for example, let's say that the essay was about the advantages and disadvantages of using cell phones. What is a good thesis? A good thesis would be, however, although cell phones brought many benefits into our lives, they also have disadvantages. So from this thesis statement, I realized that the essay is going to talk about the benefits of using cell phones and about the disadvantages of using cell phones. So now let's put all the parts together: the hook, the background information, and the thesis. If we put all of them together with the title, we will have the introduction of our essay, which is the one here in front of you. Until the 1800s, people used letters for communication. This is the hook. But this was very slow, and people couldn't contact each other in emergency situations. There was also the possibility of letters being lost. But after the invention of the telephone in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell, it became easier for people to communicate. Then, in the 1970s, the cellular phone was invented. However, although cell phones brought many benefits into our lives, they also have disadvantages. So this is the introductory paragraph, or this is the introduction that contains the hook, the background information, and the thesis statement. After we finish writing the introduction, we move to the body paragraphs. We might have 2 or more body paragraphs. The body paragraphs are paragraphs that explain the thesis statement. So if in the thesis statement I said that there are some benefits and disadvantages of using the cell phones, then in the body paragraphs I'm going to explain what are the benefits of using the cell phones and what are the disadvantages of using the cell phones. So the body paragraphs explain or discuss the thesis statement. What are the body paragraphs made up of? They are made up of the topic sentence, which is the main idea. For example, there are several advantages of using the cell phones. They are made up of supporting details, in which we give examples about the topic sentence, and then the concluding sentence, which wraps up the whole essay by restating the main idea. The last part of the essay is the conclusion or the concluding paragraph. It's the last paragraph of your essay. In this paragraph, you should restate your thesis statement using different words. You should summarize your essay, and you should put something called a final thought or give a certain opinion, your opinion, feelings, call for action, and so on, a certain piece of advice, and so on. So, this is called the concluding paragraph. Always end your paragraph with a powerful note, your essay with a powerful note. Let your conclusion be strong. Consider the conclusion of your essay as a free space where you can express yourself after restating the main idea of the essay. So, to wrap up, the essay is the group of paragraphs. It is made up of the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction is the first paragraph in the essay. It is made up of a hook, background information, and a thesis statement. Then body paragraphs, we might have 2 or more body paragraphs. It is made up of a topic sentence, supporting details, and a concluding sentence. And at the end, we have the concluding paragraph or the conclusion. In the concluding paragraph, we restate the thesis statement, we summarize our essay, and we can give any final thought or opinion in the last paragraph.